Hello everyone, I have Superman hair, and thank you for coming out just to Disciples Quest to become the very best shoutcaster ever. I am Christopher Disciple Allen. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to cast some Diamond 1 solo queue today, and this is a series where I just work to get better every single day. And what I'm going to work on today is just kind of going back to my roots where I just have fun, I'm relaxed, and I just like to cast a game, and just kind of bring out my personality a lot more instead of just, you know, trying to have artificial perfection. And so I'm just gonna work on my, just making sure that I can reveal my personality while appropriately casting a game. And so we are going to hop in and view our players here for the game. On the blue team, we're gonna have Case Close. It's AD carry playing Caitlyn, being supported by Godshoe on Leona. Jungling will be Aerodactyl on Lee Sin. Rhino will be on the top lane, Shyvana, and then mid lane, Foss Scriptor, bringing in that Syndra on the red team. Sperm Dad 20 million. Or, yeah, I think I got the zeros right on Jinx, supported by Elements from previously on Curse, playing Annie. Autumn Charm will be mid on Yasuo. Knives Millions will be in the top lane playing Riven, and then NK Inc. in the jungle on Zac. We have some good players here. We have a couple I haven't heard of, but a lot of these players have made their impact on the professional and challenger scene. It's going to be a lot of fun, and looking at these teams, I can expect to see definitely some early aggression out of Aerodactyl, because Lee Sin is one of the most important junglers early on in the game. And that's always what I look at when I predict how these games are going to turn out. I really look at where the junglers are going to go and where their peaks are, because that really moves a lot of the game, especially up in this higher level where the lanes don't really make so many mistakes in the 1v1, and it really lies down to, did they let a gank through? Did they not choose a gank when they could have? Did they go for this objective, which a lot of the time is led by the jungler? And so that's going to be important here. For Zac, he's not quite as available to go anywhere early on. However, later on in the game, he will outscale Lee Sin, especially in team fights. He'll just be able to do a lot more in terms of damage and just overall AoE crowd control and damage. I would say even in the later game, if he can itemize into maybe a Sunfire Cape. I'm not sure exactly what he can pull off in the jungle, but we'll see how NK decides to play this. So, heading into our load screen, we can see the most important war out of this. They may have won the battle, but let's see who wins the skin war. On the blue team, we have a team full of skins. Some beautiful looking Safari, Caitlyn, Jessica, Syndra, Pool Party, Lee Sin, Ice Drake, Shyvana, and Pool Party, Leona. But on the red team, they might be suffering a little bit, and it looks like Jinx and Yasuo are pulling the team down. They do bring out the stylish Panda, Annie, Battle Buddy, Riven, and Special Weapon Zac. But Autumn Charm and Sperm Dad 20 million are, kind of lagging there. So we are here in our game. We're going to pop up a lovely overlay so that, we can have the full experience here of our cast, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun. Go ahead and reorganize the scoreboard so everyone is in the proper position. I'm gonna go ahead and send out a tweet about this game so that we can get everyone out here, we can get everyone excited, and we can have a fun time here in this game. Thank you everyone for coming out, and this is going to be sure to be a great game.
Nothing that you can hold, but everything that it is, 10,000. Different days, same struggle, slow motion as time slips through my knuckles. Nothing beautiful about it. No light at the tunnel.
Alright, so here we are in the game, and Element's is going to face check a bush right into Godshoe, and Case Close. There's a Shield of Daybreak Sun, a lot of damage, but the Sun was there from Elements. Now he's got a Aerodactyl, flashes over the wall, the ward goes over, they have the vision but don't have anything to follow up onto him. And a good play there by Elements to at least not die. Unfortunately, they did pop his flash. and he will be forced back to base, not really allowing them to get that early control there. We're going to get some slightly chiller music as Aerodactyl takes his red buff, and NK Inc. does start up at his red as well. Nice Millions help him out with that, is going to run up to lane. This Shyvana-Revan matchup is actually very difficult for Riven, especially because Rhino will have a bit more experience after having some time alone in that lane. And it's really going to be Nice Millions playing passively until he can get some help from the jungler, or really see the point where he can burst down Shyvana. But Shyvana really isn't the type of champion that Riven has an easy time bursting down. In an extended fight, Shyvana can typically come ahead with the early magic damage from the burnout and the flame breath, as well as just a lot of really good dueling potential with the attack speed and with all the power that Shyvana's auto attacks give her. And so that's going to be Rorano forcing out Nice Millions early on, just pushing it back to the tower. NK has taken his blue buff. Aerodactyl skipped his own blue to see if he could find anything at the red buff. He tried to steal it away, but NK started at the right spot, unbewittingly. Spermdad 2000 and Elements are pushed back quite a bit, which is to be expected against the Caitlyn lane. That's exactly what Caitlyn does, using that Piltover Peacemaker and the auto attacks to really shove it back and just give them a lot of room in that lane to abuse, to harass, and to try and get ahead. There is the Zenith Blade on the Elements. He doesn't have a flash here. This could be dangerous. He steps onto the trap. The auto's coming down, but the stun did go on the Case Close. That's still going to be the first blood there for Case Close. After blowing that flash at level 1, they came right back. Godshoe went in with the aggression, and Elements got caught out quite a bit, rather unfortunately for him. But they could always come back. There is one kill in favor of the blue team, just that 600 gold you get from First Blood. But it's not going to be impossible to come back from. They Sperm at 20 million will have a bit of a long time down here. It might be able to use that experience advantage to be able to abuse the lane, or at least survive a little bit. But it could be hard since you really want Annie to hit that level 6. Oh, in the mid lane, Aerodactyl did go in, did rough up Autumn Charm just a little, but couldn't quite finish off the job. He will recall. It's going to give Phoscriptor a little bit of clear in the mid lane, and then most likely a recall. No, Phoscriptor's just going to stick around. He wants to stay, and Yasuo will stay as well. Autumn Charm coming back to farm up this lane. Rhino and Nice Millions really just trading back and forth equally. Nice Millions doing a very solid trade and backing out with the Valor. If you play Riven properly like that, and you can get those one-sided trades, then it can definitely work. Oh, Nice Millions actually doing a lot on the Rhino. He has to be careful. The Ignite goes down. The potion is ticking, but that's going to be Nice Millions grabbing the kill a little bit too far forward from Rhino. Spells his demise that returns the kill, and now Red Team is actually about 50 gold ahead. Not too far at all. Not anything that's going to make a difference. What's really going to matter are the engages with the Zenith Blade and the Shield of Daybreak. Case Close is on the Elements. They have vision of him. He's going to get him. Aerodactyl comes in as well, steals the kill with his Tempest. But in the middle lane, the dive on the Syndra is going to result in a double kill here for Syndra. Oh wait, no, NK hasn't died yet. He might be able to escape from this yet. Let's see if he can make it. No, the turret doesn't connect with him. It glitched out when he reformed in his blobs, and it had to retarget him. And which I suppose might not be a glitch, but it does have to retarget Zac, and that enabled him enough time to get out of the turret range. So a 1-for-1 is going to be monetarily in favor of Red Team. However, Aerodactyl did get potentially a little bit more since he didn't have to lose his passive. He got a successful gank off bot, and you know, in the end, these teams won't be too different in gold. It's a close game early on. And we really have to look at maybe when these teams decide to go for dragons. Recently, teams haven't really made dragon attempts unless someone is dead or a turret blows up and the enemy has to back off. Oh, Nice Millions and Rhino fighting once again. Rhino falling low again. I might have misjudged this setup as Nice Millions flashes in, gets the Wind Slash, and he is proving to be a bit of a star so far in the top lane. 2-0-0, 10 farm over his opponent. Really solid play from him so far. Case Close and Godshoe just going to, you know, chill in the bottom lane. Elements finally almost has his flash again. If he had gotten caught there, it would have been so tragic. But now Elements will have his flash if he does manage to fight again. Nice Millions dirty farming the top lane back behind Aerodactyl, and he's going to have a happy time jumping over that wall. Well played there. Oh, the gank going down in the bottom from NK Inc. but he's not really going to get the drop on them. They had the vision. The zap connects on the Gotchu, but really nothing there. Actually, NK goes in with the elastic slingshot. Gotchu went a little bit far forward. He's going to caught up by the snare and the stun from Elements. Or do they have enough damage to take him out, though? The zap hits a minion, and Gotchu survives. Aerodactyl almost catches on the Knives Millions, who is at about 51 farm, the most in the game. Very, very solid performance in the top lane. Fox Scripter continues to be 1-on-1 with Autumn Charm and has fallen a little bit behind in gold. Autumn Charm has picked up the early Zeal, which can be unconventional on anyone except for Yasuo, where it's almost mandatory because Yasuo's crit does double by his passive. It means that a Zeal not only gives him that 18% attack speed and 5% movement speed, but also gives him 20% crit. So that's 1 in every 5 auto attacks will be a critical hit, on top of anything he had on runes or anything he will buy in the future. It feels like our game is taking a bit of a breather as the red team goes aggressively in the top and the mid, but can't quite compete in the bottom lane yet. And Kank did make a pretty good appearance in the bot lane last time, but he's going to go ahead and take out his jungle. Aerodactyl is moving... Aerodactyl's in the bottom lane. He's hiding out there in the bushes, but he is standing right on top of a ward. Both these bushes are warded, and the red team won't be too surprised by Aerodactyl's movements here. He's wasting a lot of time down here, and he's not going to move. Autumn Charm recalling is going to give Foss Scripture a bit of time in this middle lane to catch up and farm, which he desperately needs, but Autumn Charm isn't going to let it happen. He comes right back to stop it. NK coming in from behind could be a dangerous spot. There's the elastic slingshot coming across. It gets a knockup. Autumn Charm now moving on. There's the wind wall to block any counterattack, and he grabs it with the last breath and the knockup. Well played by Autumn Charm. This Zac Yasuo synergy is really great since Zac has 2 knockups that Yasuo can use for his last breath on top of anything he has with his own whirlwind. Knives Millions diving in the Raw Rhino, going to grab the kill from the Ignite, but Knives Millions going to go down and in return to the Ignite and the turret shot. NK Inc. stealing away this blue buff, could be spotted out by Aerodactyl. He's going to ward over the wall, smite it away. I'm not sure who it went to. It did go to NK Inc., who now jumps over the wall, but he can't quite get it in time. Aerodactyl grabs him out. His passive was still blown from that mid dive, and that was Aerodactyl grabbing away the blue buff and the kill. And really solid play there, defending his own jungle. Still going to be about 300 gold behind when you look at their team. But, you know, it just makes it interesting for us. It just makes it a fun game to watch. We're going to see, you know, who's going to make the big play. Is it going to be Elements flashing in for a huge stun? Or is Elements going to keep getting caught like he has been? Because he's not had a fun time so far this game. At least his AD carry isn't suffering for it too bad. The Jinx has 69 farm, only 4 behind the opposing AD carry. And, oh, the blue buff stolen away for Aerodactyl. He is giving NK some payback. Now the slow landing on NK, he has to jump over the wall. He gets stunned in the middle there. A bit glitchy. Pretty funny. Now that Sonic Wave also went through him. This was a bundle of glitches. Now it could cost them. Autumn Charm moving in there with the dash, trying to stay on the Foss Scripter, but he gets bursted down by the ultimate, but he takes the kill out before he falls to Aerodactyl. Now NK Inc. caught in a bad spot, is going to blow up into his passive. Those will be taken out. Elements has to be careful that he doesn't get cut out here. There's the flash Sonic Wave. Elements going to fall there to the damage from the resonating strike. Case Close grabs out the kill on that. 2-0. No, Case Close finally finishes off NK Inc. is what happened there. Raw Rhino in a rough spot up top against Knives Millions, who's just continuing to dirty farm. 80 farm there on that top lane Riven, and Riven's going to get scary. The Brutalizer and Vampiric Scepter already picked up. Now Aerodactyl's moving on to the Dragon. He's taking quite a bit of damage from this. He doesn't have anyone helping him. He really needs Godshoe in there to tank up some of that. And there he's going to be. He's going to have some help there from his teammates. Good guy Leona. This will be the first Dragon of the game. Falling over to blue team, bringing their lead up to about 1,800 gold. Knives Millions just continuing to exert his pressure up in the top. Look at that damage on the Raw Rhino. He just has to run away with the burnout instead of trying to trade with it. This was such an excellent way to play the no trade possible Riven work, where you just jump in, do damage, stun, and then jump away before they can return onto you. And if you're close enough to your turret, then someone with movement speed like Riven really can't follow up onto you. And that has proved really excellent for Nice Millions. Now, Foscriptor knocked up. There's the last breath. Taking down Foscriptor. He's falling low. The auto attack is going to grab it with the crit, I believe. And Autumn Charm going to pick up his 4th kill of the game. He is pulling ahead fast. He has the static shift for a lot of burst damage as well as some nice wave clear, which is always helpful on a mid laner to be able to push that out and then run around the map to secure objectives. He did lose the first dragon and he hasn't been able to recover that advantage yet, but he's going to work towards that. NK Inc. also looking to make some plays. Moving down towards this bottom lane, I believe was spotted out by the Tribush ward, but Godshu's going to be totally unaware. Elements not going to find the stun there. NK Inc. taking quite a bit of damage and they can't find the engage. It's just too close to the turret here. Case closed and Godshu going to be safe, stay on full health, and be able to stay up in this bot lane. 1,000 gold still between the teams. A close game. Blue team has a ever so slight advantage. However, they really have to watch out for Riven and Yasuo. Autumn Charm could be getting cut out here. This could be what they need. Foscriptor can't continue on. And Aerodactyl doesn't want to tank that tower. Now Nice Millions moving on to Rhino. Forces the flash and is going to be able to just continue farming up the top. 110 farm on Riven at 13 minutes here. That's an excellent number. He's doing a good job for himself. Case closed going for that Bloodthirster first, as well as Jinx. They're both trying to get that very early attack damage for their... Oh, look at that Solar Flare with the slow on the Sperm Dad 20 million. There was the Zenith Blade in, and Elements couldn't quite block up that ace in the hole. Now Aerodactyl chasing on Elements, but NK Inc. is there for the dissuasion. He's going to force him back. Foscriptor is moving in. He did come over a ward. Now he's going into the 2 versus 1. He really wants to fight this out. Elements could try and turn this on him. He still has the stun charged up. No, NK Inc. is going to fall there. He didn't have his passive back from the last time when Case closed. Finish him off. Now Godshu might want to collapse on the Autumn Charm. Foscriptor has to be careful, but now with the turret going down, they should be safe. Autumn Charm is going to get perma stun there. Case closed grabbed the kill there. Such great CC layering. Going to force him back to base in a coffin. Autumn Charm has 20 seconds left to respawn, which means this is going to be a solid push up onto the turret. They can't stay on it for too long because Nice Millions has come down to defend, which means that Raw Rhino can at least make up a little bit of his disadvantage. He's grabbing some farm. He's going for that Sunfire Cape first. Aerodactyl grabbing kill on the Elements, which at this point honestly isn't surprising. I shouldn't be too complacent with Elements staying alive. To be fair, the same could be said about Foscriptor. He has died an exceptional amount as well. 4 times in 14 minutes is an unfortunate number. Now Autumn Charm here to defend the middle lane. Wants to go into Foscriptor. I know that this AD Assassin is just looking for the squishy, escapeless AP carry, and there it is, Autumn Charm. Moving on to Foscriptor, he throws out the wall. He actually blocks out the stun. And Autumn Charm is going to follow up there. NK grabbing the kill. Now he can dodge away from Aerodactyl, who is there trying to get this back. Aerodactyl, can you get the damage on Autumn Charm? But he doesn't have the Dragon's Rage. The stun, though, going to save up Aerodactyl with the Sonic Wave. They aren't going to be able to finish off NK Inc. unless Godshu can do something about it. But he is in a 1 versus 3. He should be able to escape. But Autumn Charm and NK Inc. both retain their lives. Super Mega Death Rocket doesn't do anything. My voice might have cracked a little bit there. Oh, Aerodactyl taken down there by Elements, in the dive is going to claim Godshu's life as well. The turret ticking down onto Tibbers. Going to leave red team safe. This could be their way of coming back. They're 2,000 gold behind, but this is going to be their second turret here. Nice Millions continuing to dive onto Raw Rhino. Look at the damage. There's the Wind Slash almost taking out Raw Rhino. The Valor in is going to grab the kill. Foscriptor's now here. Nice Millions has to be careful. I'm not sure he can survive through this one. The stun and the damage will be there. Foscriptor grabs out the kill. NK Inc. almost falling to the ace in the hole, not waiting for Elements to defend him. Now there is the bait, and Case Close is going to get caught out there, taken down by 4 members, but Autumn Charm does grab the kill. Some really excellent play from these assassins here, and just kind of a lot of unfortunate circumstances for our AD carries and our supports. Really lately, honestly not throughout the game, the AD carries both have a kill or a death each, and haven't been too caught out. The kills are fairly spread out, so that no one is incredibly fed or incredibly feeding. except for Aerodactyl, who is 6-1 and 2. Godshoe tries to go in. There is the Solar Flare for the stun on the Autumn Charm, but he doesn't have the Zenith Blade. The stun comes in again on the Autumn Charm, and he's going to grab it with the Q. Foscriptor grabbing it with the Dark Sphere, picking up his 3rd kill of the game. Going to help him stay in this as long as you can kill the assassin. That's time that the assassin can't be killing you. So the logic there is impeccable. Oh, Nice Million's caught out there by the Zenith Blade, but I'm not sure he's going to fall in too low. Actually, a lot of burst damage, a surprising amount. Nice Millions is going to mean he has to be careful about where he fights next. Blue team now going to claim a bit of an advantageous position here. Alright, NK, can you come in here? Blue team has taken the dragon, and now they're going to look for the initiation. There's no Talisman of Ascension yet, which means they won't have that movement suit to come in, and the well-placed Flame Chompers are going to stop Blue team in their tracks. However, they can stay together as a group. They have the advantage right now, 3,000 gold up, and they're going to look to move on to this outer turret. They're taking it down with the auto attacks. Case close. Working it, chipping it away, but there's the initiation from NK Inc. The Flash Tippers missing everybody. Aerodactyl in the middle of the fight. Nice Millions tries to dive in, but is burst down low. He's the first casualty here. Now Blue team's going to try and turn around with the red team powerhouse taken out. Elements can't quite get it. The Super Mega Death Rocket manages to find Foscriptor, and now red team is turning it back. An overextend from blue team is going to cost them. Autumn Charm tries to go in. The Solar Flare is there, but he still manages to go in the Aerodactyl. He grabs skill on the Godshoe, and I think that might have been the Static Shiv which took out Godshoe. Red team has 3 members alive though. They'll push on this middle lane, and they're going to work down this turret pretty quickly now that Spermdad 20 million has his Bloodthirster and has the attack speed stacking up from that minigun. Rhino cannot defend this and can't really hope to chase on either. That's going to be red team evening it up just a bit now. 1500 between the teams means that it's still a close game, but the red team isn't out of this yet. Spermdad going to defend out this turret against a couple enemies. Definitely has to be careful since he doesn't have any escapes, and that's going to be turret falling. No, the stun goes on the Spermdad 20 million. He flashes away. There's the ult, and he doesn't quite take enough damage. However, the turret will finally fall. Nice Millions wants to trade on the Foscriptor. The Ignite is down, and Nice Millions does go down. Does manage to take out that Syndra, but the 1-for-1 trade probably isn't going to be worth it. Now, Autumn Charm in a rough spot. Rhino goes in aggressive with Dragon's Ascent, claims it out with the Ignite. And that's a 2-for-1 for the blue team. Also taking a turret there means that they are actually going to rotate bottom, see if they can work on this bottom inner turret, with Godshoe just waiting here, standing post, going to stop anyone who comes to defend this as they leave Aerodactyl Caves. Oh, they're actually going to set the trap here in the jungle, and Kank is spotted out. He's trying to move in here. They find Spermdad 20 million, catch him up with the Zenith Blade for the snare. Aerodactyl in there. There's a slow. He grabs with the Dragon's Rage. Aerodactyl now caught out, going to fall there to the auto attack from Elements. No, NK Inc. grabs with the plus bounce, but you know, all support that ends for Godshoe trying to stay in there. NK Inc. looks to reinitiate, gets the knock up on the Godshoe, but has to back off. Nice Millions now diving into 2. Let's see if he can fight this. He can, most certainly. He has the Ravenous Hydra for the enormous damage and sustain. Trying to burst down Godshoe, is going to get stopped there by Foscriptor, who bursts him down and trades 1 versus 1. Oh, that dive from Rhino didn't quite work out. Autumn Charm takes him down. Elements kites it out just long enough and manages to survive finally. Actually, with a 1-in-4 score, hasn't died since the 14-minute mark. So some decent play there from both these supports. Goodness, Godshoe is 2, 2, and 12. That is so many assists here at this point in the game, and that is some really solid Leona play. Just consistently initiating, catching people out, and just forcing discomfort in the enemy team is really what that is. Oh, Autumn Charm has to be careful about going in the Foscriptor. He bursts him down quite effectively, but Godshoe is there for the crowd control. Autumn Charm tries to turn around. There's the last breath, and the knockup Foscriptor is going to fall before the Solar Flare takes out the kill for Godshoe. It's 1-for-1. Going to give a little bit more gold to blue team, but the trade might have been worth it for Autumn Charm for how caught out he was. If there's anything League teaches you, It is hard to run away from a Syndra and a Leona. They will find a way to stop you in your tracks, that's for sure. Case closed, going to be pushing out this bottom lane. No retaliation from red team, but they will be there to defend. Godshoe is going to stand guard for Case closed in case anything nasty happens. He wants to be there to save him. Case closed has gone for the kind of Legolas build with the Bloodthirster and the Last Whisper, picking up a Zeal as well for that attack speed for those crits and for a little bit of maneuverability in there. His opponent Jinx is picking up a similar build, going for the Static Shiv, but hasn't managed to pick up that Last Whisper there, which is really crucial. The armor is not on many people except for Zac at this point, but Last Whisper is still just so cost effective in its ability to take out just natural armor. Alright, let's see what happens here in the middle lane. Knives Millions isn't there, which means the blue team is going to be here in full force against a 4-member red team. And King tries to dive in, but gets taken down rather low. There is a huge solar flare, but the wind wall is going to block out most of the follow-up. Boss Script are going to follow the Spring of Death Rocket. Godshoe looking to go down soon after, but oh, there is the knock-up on the Case close with the Last Breath. Autumn Charm now going in onto Rhino. The Zap almost taking him, but Autumn Charm grabbing the auto attack on that. That is a 3-for-0 for the red team, and now they are in the position to be in. Knives Millions just clearing out this wave. He couldn't participate in too much of the fight, but he will tank up some of this turret with the Valor Shield until his minions come to join. Oh, there's the Tibbers, good guy Bear to ensure this inhibitor taking for the red team. This is going to be the first real objective this game. The Dragons have kind of gone to either team and really haven't made too much of a difference. The turrets have kind of fallen down willy-nilly, but this inhibitor, that should be something big. The gold is even, but the red team looks to be in the advantage. Oh, Aerodactyl following in. He wants to stop the dragon if it were to happen. The sun misses as NK Inc. jumps over the wall, and they do start up this dragon, but should most likely back up. And there it's going to be. Foscriptor moving in after is all alone. Oh, except for Godshoe who lands the Solar Flare. Sperm Dad gets burst down quickly. The Darkseer takes up the kill there. Now Element's caught up in a pretty rough spot. Has a stun. Going to catch Godshoe. The Case closed, grabbing it with the ace in the hole across the turret. Autumn Charm now looking for something, going to block up some of that with the Wind Wall. Nice Millions coming in for some huge damage. Foscriptor flashing out there. Nice Millions will catch him. Can he get the double kill though? No, not quite. Yes, he finally gets a double, but not before. It gets taken down quickly after. The Ravenous Hydra did a ton of damage. Raw Rhino ulted over the wall just to get to the turret faster. I'm not sure that was the most efficient use of a Shyvana ultimate, but hey, it's a close game. The throws are going back and forth. Blue team now having to retreat off as Elements and Sperm Dad are up. The Super Mega Death Rocket just tickling Rhino there, who has quite a bit of armor from both his Sunfire Cape and his Warden's Mail, which will be turned into a Randwood's Omen. Syndra has picked up a lot of ability power from the Urbanon's Death Cap, as well as some mana regeneration skill reduction from that Athene's Unholy Grail. Who a Phantom Dancer pickup by Caitlyn, which isn't an item we've seen nearly as much. So Static Shiv has been a pretty preferential item. However, if you're just looking for straight up auto attack damage, Phantom Dancer is going to be your guy to go to anytime, no questions asked. Oh, it feels good. As you guys can tell, I'm still a little bit sick, but I'm not sick of shoutcasting, that's for sure. These death totals are starting to look pretty high on the high kill champions. Yasuo does have 10 kills, but he's died 8 times, unfortunately, which means that a lot of his time to use that gold from those kills has been spent back at his base waiting to respawn. Meanwhile, if you look at Syndra, 10 deaths on that AP carry. Going to be a rough time for blue team and really finding anything. One Syndra is alive, she can really make the plays with that long range stun after Scatter the Meek, but if she gets caught up by Knives Millions yet again, that could be the team fight one, since Knives Millions won't take nearly as much damage as she can dish out. Gachu looking to lead the charge, does not have a Talisman of Ascension yet. Knives Millions going to catch on the Rhino, but back off, not wanting to fully engage there. Oh, is this... No, those are minions. Like, is this the engagement we're looking for? Nope, just some farming and pushing. Oh, ace in the hole. The wind wall couldn't quite block it up. Knives Millions took a bit of damage from that, but not enough to make him, you know, too low to be confident. Aerodactyl has stolen away the blue buff during that mid lane standoff. Red team might look to capitalize on Aerodactyl's separation, though. Elements falling low to Rhino over on the side, and no initiation yet. Gachu could be looking for it though. Let's see if he goes for the solar flare soon. He is slowed, and so he's having trouble getting that positioning. But I feel like our fight is getting closer and closer. NK Inc. finally goes in. Did get pushed back by the Scout of the Week. Let's bounce right out of there. And the solar flare not going to hit anyone. Oh, the stun lands on the Knives Millions, but there's no follow-up. This is just the land of fizzled initiations. Let's see what they can do to bring this around. Without a solar flare, I really feel like blue team doesn't want to fight unless they can get to NK Inc. like that. They want to try and burst him down, but now Autumn Charm is on the Aerodactyl, who has to Dragon Range him away. Now Rhino is trying to trade on them 1 versus 1, but with those crits, I'm not sure it's likely. Elements comes out with the Tibbers, but it did not stun Rhino. He was able to escape with the Dragon's Descent. Now blue team will be retreating. They are 5,000 gold up. They aren't retreating here. The stun on the Autumn Charm, there's the flash, and Shield of Daybreak in. A lot of damage, the Ignite taking down, but Autumn Charm's going to survive this one. I don't believe it. But that will be blue team moving in there, taking out this inner turret, forcing NK Inc. back, almost killing Autumn Charm. Now working on this inhibitor turret. This could be defended though by red team. They're booking it in there with the home guards, but they can't find the initiation. They just have to jump right over the Caitlyn traps and clear out these waves. Unless NK Inc. has something different in mind, I'm not too sure. He is dodging away from all of these stuns, but the charge time there is not going to allow him enough distance to catch up to Foss Scripter there. He will back off. Is the red team going to move towards the Baron now? I would love to see a good old North American Baron throw. Is this it? Is this go? Oh, this could be it. Blue team isn't low. They're not dead. A couple of them are back. Actually, with those backs, this Baron is falling quickly. It's below half health. Let's see what blue team can do. Aerodactyl gets the Sonic Wave in, but can't follow it up because of Knives Millions. And that is the Baron going to fall there for... No! He stole it! Lee Sin stole the Baron before going down there to Sperm Dad. Oh, wow. Such a great play. Minions had killed the turret. And so I thought that was it, but now Knives Millions jumping in, bursting out Face Scripter, but can't take him out. The ult turns around and case closed, takes out Knives Millions. Now NK Inc. flashing in for the kill on the Foss Scripter. He was ignited and he will fall down. Now Sperm Dad could be looking in a rough spot as Rhino and Godshoe chase onto him. He flashed over the wall, but Rhino is there to follow. Case closed has taken out NK Inc. while Rhino has chased down, runs around those flame jumpers, does not want to get sent up. Sperm Dad trying his best to kite out, but falling low. There's the burnout. That's going to be the kill here. No, not yet. Wow, chase of the century. The flame breath finally there. And now this is going to be, wow, speed racer support. Trying to get away from there, but the flash in from case close is enough to claim it. Taking out elements, now moving in onto this inhibitor turret. Godshoe going to throw up his shield, try and take up as much of this as he can as case closed does work down the inhibitor turret. Knives Millions running in is going to find Godshoe there and say hasta la vista, baby. Autumn Charm grabbing the kill there. Case closed has to be careful. Autumn Charm has a lot of movement speed from that static shiv, but with his team here, case closed should be safe. The wind wall does block out the Sonic Wave. He actually decides to go in on the case closed with the Lost Breath. Autumn Charm gets pushed back by the Dragon's Rage, NK Inc is here as well, but Autumn Charm does fall there to the burst damage from Aerodactyl. Now Knives Millions is on the retreat. NK Inc falling off to the side, going to not get hit by that Sonic Wave. Oh, let's see if NK Inc he can escape from this one, jumping right over the wall there. Safe for the time being. Oh wow, I missed a bit of that fight when I was trying to check the chat. Foss Scripture falls, that's a double kill for the red team here. Sperm Dad now going in, there's Super Mega Dad missing, NK Inc grabbed the kill there. No triple kill for Sperm Dad, NK Inc not done with Aerodactyl here, trying to follow in. Aerodactyl does have a Sight Stone and should be able to just continue jumping out of this one. Now Godshrew realizes he has to defend out this inhibitor. He can't let Knives Millions and Sperm Dad take it without a fight while he waits for his team to respawn. Oh, Godshrew trying to stop this, but I'm not sure he can do it against the two of them. Aerodactyl hasn't come back to join him yet, and that will be the inhibitor there for red team. Knives Millions and Sperm Dad backing out. Now NK Inc and Autumn Charm taking down the dragon, and no steal this time from Aerodactyl. Man, that Baron Steel was beautiful. Unfortunately, they couldn't take out much more than... wait, did they even take out that inhibitor is the question. They didn't manage to get it. That's when the fight was, when I was distracted by my things. Taking a look at some of these items, we can see that Rhino has gone full tank with a Sunfire Cape, Randuin's Omen, and a Spirit Visage, which is pretty strong there with all of the health, with all the defenses. Doesn't give you too much damage. Might want to itemize for a little bit of damage later on, but right now just looking to serve as a front line to soak up some of Knives and Autumn Charm's damage. Lee Sin going for a hybrid build, some defense from the Spirit of the Ancient Golem as well as that Giant's Belt, but offense as well from the Ravenous Hydra. And now the fight could be going on. Exhaust on the Autumn Charm. There's a Sonic Wave Resonating Strike. The huge Solar Flare. And Aerodactyl takes out Sperm Dad. 20 million. Only one dead out of all of that. But it will mean an inhibitor here for the blue team. There's no chance they're not taking this down. And now they're just going to move right down towards the bottom lane. Tank it up and see what they can do to, if not close out the game, at least clinch their favor. Godshoe and Case Close stunned up. Case Close is going to fall there to Knives Millions, who's doing work in this fight. Autumn Charm takes down Aerodactyl, and there's a double kill for both Yasuo and Riven. The triple kill for Autumn Charm. Solid play there, defending their base, not giving up their inhibitor tower. They now have 40 minutes of peace and quiet out on the Rift where they can do what they like, and they're going to go for the base, or at least as much of it as they can touch. Knives Millions just bolting down the mid lane, clearing out the minions. Is that the play that cost blue team the game? It might well be. Red team is moving down here. They want to continue on. They want to take out the game right here, right now. Case close up in 10 seconds. Let's see if they can tank out these turrets. Autumn Charm has to be careful of too much damage, but Knives Million with the shield is going to be able to do this. I think this is going to be the game here. Two Nexus turrets down. Case close is there, but the flash stun from Knives Millions misses. Actually, Case close still alive, pegging away. The Nexus going low, but now blue team is respawned. Knives Millions going down. NK trying to finish it off. Xpeke, where are you? He's blown up into the Bloblets. Blue team manages to defend their Nexus here. Oh, ace in the hole, win across, but it didn't manage to find Autumn Charm's death. That wind wall just a bit too strong in deflecting that ultimate. Red team almost had the game there. They were so close, but blue team isn't going to let it slip out of their fingers quite yet. Blue team's still going to continue on now. Now they have a decent amount of time at least where their opponents are dead, where they can take out this jungle, really just claim some board control where they need it, or map control, I suppose. I might have been playing a little bit too much Hearthstone. And they're not in a good spot whatsoever, but they haven't lost yet. Alright, Godshoe just waiting in, lying in wait trying to get off a trap here onto someone, and if they can kill a single member of the red team, it could open up the base for them. I really want to see a base race here as red team just begins to bolt down the middle, and blue team is there. They realize they have to recall and defend as red team is running down. They really don't need minions with them if they want to take out the Nexus, since there aren't any Nexus turrets left defending. But they're instead going to ping the Baron. Both teams looking to move towards that objective. This could be the fight that decides the game, as long as, you know, more than one person is left standing. They could go ahead and finish the game off this one. Red team has a slightly better chance, even though they're still behind in gold. They have taken out both those Nexus turrets, which is going to give them a pretty easy time finishing off the game once they see that opportunity. And Baron could just be the thin edge of the wedge. Oh, there's a Solar Flare on the Elements and Autumn Charm. Elements taken low right off the bat. Can't get out the stun, but NK Inc. is there disrupting the back line. Knives Millions goes in hard. Aerodactyl almost falls. Ignite takes down, but he survives. Raw Rhino is the first casualty with Autumn Charm respawning in the back. That is all Godshoe taken out with NK Inc. barely surviving. The damage falls on the red team, but 3 members stay alive. Autumn Charm and Knives Millions wanting to go in here. They want to finish this off. Case Closed dodges away from the knockup, but he won't be able to survive this one. He tries with the auto attacks. The wind wall blocks the auto though. Then Autumn Charm and Knives Millions grab it. Aerodactyl is back. Let's see if he can make the one-man defense. He's the only one going to be up there. He goes into the 1 versus 3. He gets knocked up and taken out with the final breath. And that is Autumn Charm finishing him off for his 16th kill and the game. Well played there to our red team. Sperm Dad 20 million, Elements, Autumn Charm, Knives Millions, and NK Inc. Alright, thank you everyone for coming out. This has been a fun time. I had a great time playing some Hearthstone for you, waiting for a game, and then getting into an exciting game that got so close. That came to just a few damage on the Nexus at the end there. They finally did finish it out. There wasn't that blue team final resurgence to take out the Nexus in the last minute, but still a close game throughout most of it. I had a fun time casting with you. I felt like I was able to work in my personality, be a bit more relaxed while casting that, while also just keeping up a dialogue with the audience. That's what I'm looking to do, but hey, if you had any issues with this cast, go ahead and let me know. Put it in the comments below when I upload this to YouTube so I can work on them and eventually become the best shoutcaster in the world. And I just want to be someone you guys like watching, because you guys are people that I like casting for. So I've had a good time. I hope to have a great time with you tomorrow, where I will be streaming, because I do this every single day, and I will for the rest of 2014. So